So we built with you guys in 2020.
Correct.
So this means it's your, well, I guess you kind of moved in the fall, right? Was
Yes.
it?
We did October of 2020, so
Okay. So really only
we're going on 3 years.
three summers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our third summer.
Okay.
Not really, because 21, 22, yes, our third summer.
Okay.
I can do math.
I initially reached out to you to say we want to talk about your cooling bills, and one of you, I don't remember who it was, said, "Well, what cooling bills?" So, what do you mean by that?
We generally don't have any because we only use the air conditioning side of our units maybe half a dozen times throughout the summer
Okay.
because the house stays cool enough. We just don't need to. I mean, we do it occasionally. Like now, we have a gauge that tells us the temperature outside and inside.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you're sitting here now, there's a 20-degree difference between outside and inside. And for us, 70 degrees in here is very comfortable, so we don't generally need to air condition it. If we were to have a gathering of people, we would turn the air conditioner on, but generally we don't need to do that.
So it's been 90 plus the last couple of days. Are you saying you don't have it on right now?
I just turned it on
Okay.
because you guys were going to be here, and I didn't know if 70 was comfortable for you, or it's actually 76 in here, but
Okay.
it's comfortable for us. We wouldn't typically turn on the air conditioner,
Okay.
but yeah, we generally don't turn it on.
So
And we only
that's-
turn on one. We have 3 units in here, and we've only ever used one. So
At a time.
Okay.
at a time, yeah.
Yep. So some people like to sleep cooler. You turn the one on in your bedroom.
We've never used the one
Okay.
in the bedroom
Wow.
ever.
Okay.
In fact, we had the heating cooling guy here, and he told us we should probably turn it on every now and again just to make sure that all the drainage and stuff works on it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's the only reason we would turn
That's
it on.
crazy.
We never turn it on.
All right. How does the humidity go in the house? Because my own home, the air condition isn't doing a whole lot of cooling. It's mostly pulling humidity air because with a bunch of people, showers, cooking, it tends to get high. Have you noticed that?
I've not noticed that.
Okay.
We have not noticed humidity.
Do you monitor the humidity with anything?
Hmm.
Okay. So just by
no,
feel.
because our gauge only does outside humidity, so no, we
Okay.
don't monitor the inside. The whole house or the air exchange system
Mm-hmm.
is on, and so
Yep.
I was under the assumption that helped with humidity, but we've never had any.
No, not
Oh,
really.
then if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But we've never had any problems with humidity.
So we
Okay.
we don't notice it, so apparently for
Yeah.
us, humidity isn't an issue.
Well, it certainly feels very comfortable in here to me.
Yeah.
So, how about when you do a bunch of cooking? Do you notice the temperature inside going up then?
Yes,
Okay.
it does. It goes up. In the summertime, we generally don't do a lot of oven cooking.
Okay.
We'll do, the range top in the microwave, or we just put the outside grill together. But we don't. It does bring up the temperature of the house
Mm-hmm.
if you use it.
Okay.
So.
It's so darn efficient that it all takes is a candle.
Well, a little bit more than that.
A little bit more than that,
Yeah.
but it's pretty close to that, Jake.
Yeah.
But-
Okay. And then what happens when, say, you've had a series of just 70, 75 degrees days, and then we have a couple 90-degree days? Sunny. How does that sun impact the temperature in the house?
Well, it raises it. The temperature in the house tends to stay around between 70 and 74 generally. So if it goes up to 90 degrees, you can see right now it's 76 in here, but it has not gotten out of the 70s when the temperature goes that high. It still stays very cool in here. Now, if we were to open the doors and go in and out
Mm-hmm.
more regularly, I'm sure that it would go up, but it just hasn't.
Okay.
I think the overhangs on our windows, as well as the tinting that came
Yep.
with it, significantly help to reduce solar heat in the summertime.
Well, that was the idea.
That's their design, and it seems to be helping.
Okay. Yeah. Good. I see your spider plant is still alive. So
Wait
you're
till you
doing
take a
better
look at
than
it.
mine.
It's almost to the floor. It's huge.
Yeah. Good. Let's see what else I had here.
So Jake, when I was visiting with Megan a little earlier, I said, you know, when you go over to your grandma's house and you go down in the basement and it is so cool down there in the summertime. Well, we live in the basement, except our basement's on top of the ground, and we don't have to go downstairs to get in it. We're
We're
here,
in it.
and it
It
stays
stays rather
cool.
Nice. And one of the reasons for that, at least when I compare it to other homes, similar or dissimilar, is the homes that have concrete as their floor surface do tend to moderate the temperatures a whole lot better, because that concrete will absorb some heat and let it back out.
Yes.
So that's certainly part of it.
In the wintertime, if we keep a good fire going in the fireplace all day, overnight, and just throw in a log here and there, just enough to keep it going, the cement in front of the fireplace gets hot enough that it's almost uncomfortable to stand on,
Okay.
and the rock surrounding the fireplace and that whole fireplace unit gets heated, and so those rocks hold a lot of heat.
Yeah.
And in the wintertime, we can just having a fire in there, we don't need to turn on our heating system either. That will keep the whole house warm.
Okay. So it might be hard to tell because of the fact that you guys have solar panels. Do you have any idea what your cooling costs would be per year or heating costs per year?
I don't. We don't pay an electric bill other than the hookup fee from May till about January, February. So we only really pay a bill March, April, and maybe May once in a while. But we generate enough solar and we bank enough that we don't generally have a heating bill.
Okay.
So
An electric bill.
yeah, an electric bill.
I knew what you meant.
But
okay.
if you look at the daily usage on the days that we use our air conditioning, it's generally less than $6 a day to run them. So, because you can look at the average daily usage and it tells you how many, on the consumer's bill, it'll tell you what the cost per day was.
Yep.
And we also watch it because we plug in our electric car and you can see what the electric car uses every day.
Sure.
So
Okay.
the appliances do not, though they draw, like the oven, the refrigerator, the washer dryer, they're probably the biggest draws that we have
And water heater.
in the water heater. But those, because if you don't use them, they just run at their normal level. It's generally $2 a day or $1 or less, somewhere in that range. But if you run the air conditioning, it bumps it up to about $6 a day.
Okay.
So average.
Fair enough. Is there anything you would do differently or wish was done differently, I guess, after having lived in the home 3 years? Other than the screen on the door over there.
And the solar panel placement, which doesn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think so.
I can't think of what it would be either.
Everything is so low maintenance. That's the biggest advantage, I think, for us is you don't have to do a normal house maintenance every single year all the time. And I mean, you can see concrete floors don't show a lot of dirt. You can vacuum as you choose to, or however you want. You don't have to worry about setting the heating and the cooling for when you're gone and things like that. It just pretty much maintains itself. You wash the windows once in a while. I just find it very low maintenance.
Good.
That's.
I know that was one of the project goals.
That's my goal. Well, as you age,
Yeah.
you don't want to be doing that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So.
This is a retirement home, and so we're trying to get away from that that maintenance stuff.
Yeah, we can use the fireplace if we choose, or we can heat with the heaters. Now, when we do use the heating system on the mini splits, we only use one. We've never turned on the heater in our bedroom. That one in the hallway.
Think of what we could have saved.
I know, but I'm just saying we don't use them
That's
that often.
That's remarkable.
That one there is probably the predominant one that we use.
Okay.
And if we use it for heating, it's enough to heat the house, the entire house.
Well, given that, that side of the home is around a couple of corners and a ways away. How much cooler would you say maybe the laundry room gets? Than
The
this
only
part?
reason the laundry room is cool is because the water heater blows that cold air out of it.
Oh yeah.
That is the only reason that room is cool.
Yep.
If that did not happen, it would be the same temperature as the rest of the house.
Okay.
That's my perception of what
Okay.
goes on there. And we do close, in the summertime, we leave that door open so that cool air circulates.
From the water heater.
Yes, but in the wintertime, we just close the door to the utility room and
So the utility room stays
it stays
crispy cool during
Yeah.
the winter.
It does,
Yeah.
and the floor will stay cooler, but it doesn't circulate through the house to change the house temperature.
Yep.
So
Okay.
that's the only difference that I
I
saw.
think if we chose to have the garage at 70 degrees through the winter, we could open the doors, the door to the gym and the door to the house between the two, and turn the mini split on in the gym and turn on the mini split out here. And we could heat the garage, and we would not see much change in our electric bill.
Okay.
Yeah, doubtful. It's very
Oh.
efficient.
Good. That's pretty much all I wanted to ask. So thanks for your time. Any final things you want to add? I guess related to that.
No, I'm surprised that these kind of homes haven't taken off as more than the traditional homes have because of the efficiencies that they have. But
Yeah.
That's
that's
everybody
just my
else's
only
loss.
observation. Yeah, it's their loss, I suppose.
And they don't get the opportunity to work with Jake.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Had to put that in.
All right. I appreciate you guys' time.